What's up, guys? Back in today with more Medalist, this time with Season 2, Episode 9, the finale, which feels incredibly short because it's been 9 episodes, which is a shame. But I think I did see before this that a movie has been announced. I can't remember if that was announced before the season. I don't think it was, but we could look forward to that at some point. For me, on a YouTube perspective, it's a little bit annoying, honestly. Don't get me wrong, I love when they do movies, and ever since Demon Slayer specifically, it's felt like we're getting a lot more of that because they have been massively successful. So that's really awesome. But again, from like YouTube side of things, got to wait a long time overseas to get a hold of these. It's usually like from release in Japan, like at least like 9 months. I mean, you could look at Demon Slayer. I'm pretty sure it's almost been a year now, right, since that Infinity Castle movie release. So, and still nothing of that unless you want to sail the high seas and watch it, which I won't be doing on my YouTube till it is officially released. But yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but I'm looking forward to that for sure. Good episode last week, of course, where we're doing this quadruple. I can't remember the name of the move, but this quadruple jump, which we're doing that instead of the that a quad. So I think we're doing a quad lutz instead of a triple salcho, I think is what's happening. That's quite the gap. That is quite the gap. Let's go. It begins. So no opening today, doesn't it? Like, which is hopefully might end with the opening because I really do like the opening a lot. Star. What are those tires? So I got some really dark thoughts just then. See, I was just gonna say that her trainer's not there. Just kick her over. just break her leg, so she's not an issue. That's how. That I mean, I joke about that, but some coaches and people will genuinely do that if they were given the opportunity, even to a little girl. I mean, again, um, I can't remember what my trainer thought. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about bloody beauty pageants again. I hate. Yes, sir. So he recognised him. We saw last week, didn't we? Oh yeah, this guy's. Didn't he get like a medal? Is he Olympian? I think we saw him like obtain a medal of some sort. I think I mentioned this last week as well. Kohei, that's usually a word for like a senior would use to someone younger than them in like school or something, I think. So it's an interesting name. There's some math. I don't think he said besties there in Japanese, did he? Yes. What a lovely kid. Okay. Not going to be able to remember them. That guy. Get him in Ori. Get him. Elizabeth. I'm getting Tama. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Yeah, we did see that. This is his true self right here. Yeah, what the hell is this guy doing? Practicing maybe for some kind of shoot or something. But the kids love it. Kids going crazy in the back there. Choreographer. Overshadowed, maybe, bless him. So yeah, I'll call him Senpai. They all came out pretty well, didn't they? Yeah, they seem like a pretty good group, don't they? I mean, we've seen them, but I can't answer that question. Winners, I guess. All we've got in common, winning. What happens when she stops winning? Are you gonna be stopping at some point? Hmm. Ah, I thought it was gonna be from like some school stuff. No, that fucking sucks. Damn. I mean, I say always. I brought this up a couple of times this season. About the accessibility of stuff like this. I think I mentioned earlier on, didn't I, about like shot put and like I say strange. They're not exactly strange, but like maybe high jump's a bad one. Discus, hammer throwing. Like, where do you go to I mean, again, I say this. I'm quite lucky. The university near me has pretty much everything I just said there, like hammer throw, like all that stuff. So, but I can imagine there's lots of places that don't have accessibility to ice skating rinks, like ice hockey, like places like, yeah, where do you go to like practice this if you're interested? And what happens if it gets taken away? You just you've now got to then drive like hundreds of miles to get to a place like this. Like that must absolutely fucking suck, bro. Like, and I'm lucky that in the sport I do, football, all you really need is a football, which is cheap, and well, they can be expensive, but like anything, you can get them cheap, and some grass. Not even grass, like literally like a wall. I play a lot with a wall. And honestly, that's how I got a lot better. Just like kicking the ball out of a wall, trying different things, keeping up, and like so on and so forth. Like there's a lot you can do with football that doesn't need a lot, and you can kind of do it anywhere. So that's very lucky in that regard. But yeah, like ice skating, I guess you could like. And we saw some of the characters do it earlier on. You could like practice jumps on the ground, but it's not exactly the same thing. And yeah, I mean, you can maybe wait till winter, but even then, it's like one dangerous and two like not even guaranteed to be like frozen. And yeah, so sucks for this girl. Sucks for her. I mean, you do see quite sometimes like parents go to the lengths of driving them like hundreds of miles, but I think that's only in the case that the parents have their dream of their kid reaching like the Olympics or something, and might not exactly be the kid's dream. So, like I said, with the beauty pageants, I hate the concept of beauty pageants, especially for children. But it would be hypocritical to not compare it to ice skating and football and such. So, yeah. I mean, I did mention this last time. You've got to be able to consistently hit these. Doesn't matter if you can hit it one time out of 10. But you could get lucky and hit it that one time in the performance. But yeah, don't want to rely on luck. Oh, that's a strong opinion. Sonny Dory. Ah. It might not seem good, but this is good. This is good for deciding things, honestly. A strong opinion of each way usually leads to the best outcome. You think. Oh yeah, it makes sense. He wants it to be smooth. It depends how you see things, isn't it? Do you want to avoid failure, or do you want to reach out to greatness? I mean, I've said this before as well. Like when I used to play Overwatch, which I haven't played for years. Um, I played on Xbox, and obviously it's not quite as good as like the PC Master Race and so on and so forth. But I was consistently in the top 500 players in Europe, and it wasn't the case of doing great things. Like yes, I do some great things, make some really awesome decisions, and pull out some like some like game winning things here and there. But it was more so about not making mistakes positionally, especially, but like on the communications and so on. It was, you could tell between the ranks from like for example, like gold players would make like 200, 300 mistakes a game. Platinum players would make like 100. Diamond players would make like 50, 60 mistakes a game. Master players would then make like 10 or 15 mistakes in a game. And then once you got up to those levels, you'd be making like a couple mistakes, and those mistakes can cost you like a whole game and such. So, yeah, I find the same in sport. You see like top athletes just like him, that they weed out these mistakes. So you try to be as flawless as possible, and then in those top level like sports like the Premier League or something, football, one mistake can cost you the game, just one. So yeah, I get this guy's train of thought, but like I said, I thought like that, but I also think actually thinking the opposite way is actually a bit more admirable in my thought process. Don't try and not make mistakes, then you're probably going to focus on the mistakes and you might end up causing one. Focus on maybe trying to reach something a bit higher than where you're at, and you're going to fail, but it'll be like a good failure. If you're interested, I used to play Diva, was pretty much my main, because she had a ridiculous ability of just stopping projectiles, which was, yeah, ridiculous. And Anna, love playing Anna. Yes, we are. It'd be a bastard to compete against. Hey, there she is. Gold medalist in Ori. Who's this? Staff Riley Fox. Do Russian. American. Is that her? Is that a fox? Oh yeah, I guess it's in the name. But yeah, could you look any more like a fox? Pastel hair right here. Wow. So this girl finished first as well. Okay. But yeah, got a lot of them. But yeah, you got a lot of students. That's a lot of work. I mean, I think I'd be more in line with some of the guys we see in this. That you only take on like one or two students, because trying to keep that much of a focus on everyone, it almost feels unfair, because you're guaranteed to place a bit more focus on some students that maybe need extra help or something. So, and like I said, I feel like that might be slightly unfair, or at least I'd feel unfair about it, even though it's necessary. Yeah, I probably, if I was to do this, I'd probably, yeah, be like one on one, or at least like, or max like two or three students. Lucky you. Uh, Suave building. Oh, it's pigeon. Ooh, damn, slow down. Smooth, smooth. Where's Cat Girl? I want to see Cat Girl. What is that, bro? That's awesome. That is fucking awesome. 87th. That enough? How dare they? Oh, maybe you should have gone for it a bit more risk. Oh wow, she's so cute. My speciality's bouncing back, baby. Oh, I love to hear that. She's so cute. Be so good, everyone's going to be that much worse than you. You're not even going to have an issue. I like her a lot. I don't remember seeing too much of her last season, to be honest. Ran Ogamo. Miku Ahiro. Hmm. Bloody hell. Crazy stretches. Bloody hell. Look at that. Fucking hell. I feel like if I tried that, my like hamstring would just ping, and I wouldn't be able to walk for a couple of weeks. To be fair, I've already got a thigh strain that I got last week. I done a lunge and I had this really sharp pain right in the middle of my thigh. So I've been quite careful of that the last couple of weeks. I respect that. That'd be something quite easy to fall into with a Olympic gold medal coach. Everybody is just stopped. Better than Hikaru, right? But yeah, I respect Hikaru. It's the same thing I said. I keep saying about these beauty pageants, and it's the same thing I say about like Kana from Oshinoko, which is my favorite character because she's got the most interesting thing, the story I'm most interested in anyway. Of these like kids and them having to become adults at such a young age. You see that a lot with Hikaru here. She that's not a 10-year-old kid right here, is it? I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, and everything she says, the way she conducts herself, the level she's at, even like nothing about this says 10-year-old kid. I did think this shot looks a little bit like stretched. I don't know if that was just me or not, but this shot again looks a little bit like wide for some reason. Um, yeah, there specifically, it looked quite disorientated. But maybe that's just me. But yeah, it's like I respect her because I think it could be very easy, especially for like the author of the show, just to turn her into like a villain-like character, Hikaru, and like she's an antagonist in a sense. Like she's not an actual antagonist, but she's like the goal. She is like the rival. Even though she's not the rival. It's hard to word it, but she's the kind of rival, like antagonistic, like kind of position, or what would be in like your fantasy kind of action show. She's in that position, but I think she's still a very respectable girl. Even though I don't like the fact the people she's working with are not treating her like that. Yeah, it's just kind of sad to see in a way. Maybe what I'm trying to say here. It's kind of sad to see. Like I said, with Kanna, I have a similar feeling, not nearly to the extent, but I have a similar feeling with Hikaru of just like she's being made to grow up so quickly and so early, and I like the flashes of seeing her be childlike, like the little interactions with Inori and such. So, oh yeah, that is a kid. That is not just as the guy said, a monster in a little girl's body. That is a kid right there. Who, yeah, and that was my fate when I chose it. Yeah, something you got to deal with. See, I struggle with this sometimes. There's like a big crowd watching or something. Funny enough, I'm better in like hostile crowds than supportive ones. I guess it's because I don't want to let people down. Maybe that's a stronger feeling than if I was to do something bad in a hostile environment. I don't know. The meaning of certainty. Dead ass face right there. So he's called this jump. Yeah. So it's a Salcho, okay. A quadruple Salcho. So has she just done a quadruple Salcho there as well? I need to look back one more time. It's hard to count in real time. One, two, three. I mean, it's hard. It's impossible to tell. I guess that was. I'm assuming that was a quadruple Salcho as well. It went by so quickly. Hey, nice without getting open. Yeah, I assume she's doing the quadruple Salcho there as well, but a bit hard to tell because they like it was so quick to start and then they like slow mo and then it's so quick to end as well, and it like cut between them so you couldn't see it in full. I'm just gonna assume she's done a quadruple Salcho there perfectly. But yeah, it was a pretty good season overall. I think the start was certainly more impressive than the ending of the season. I do think like we've had some good stuff in these final episodes here, especially the road trip stuff. I thought was really nice away from the ice skating, which I think we need more of the show. I think we need more of those moments away from the ice skating. But again, ironically, having said that, I think the best stuff of this season was the competition at the start with that girl we just saw there having my standout performance personally. There is still a minute left at the end here, so not sure if we're gonna have an end scene. Yes, we are. All Japan Novice Championships. Okay, so this is what the movie's gonna be then. I'm assuming. There's Pastel. There's the one on the right there is the one I was talking about, my favourite performance this season. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Oh, there's Hikaru. Are you not wearing shoes? What? Well, you're not wearing shoes? Would you come here, eh? It's a fancy suit on as well. Hey, last time you saw her, you ignored her. Guess she was in the heat of the moment. I've been waiting for a dead day. So you have, apparently. Again, I'm pretty sure last time you saw her, you ignored her or blanked her. I can't remember what the circumstance that was in though, but I remember her like Inori looking at her like quite friendly and her just having a blank face. Yeah, again, maybe she was like in the moment. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, pretty solid season overall. I don't think it was better than the first, but the first one did have more episodes, so it's kind of unfair to compare. But I do think the first half of the season was definitely the strongest point. Love some of the performances, and it was just like there was just loads of it as well, just loads of awesome performances. And of course, Inori's first like gold medal, so yeah, inevitably going to be a highlight. But yeah, the second half was good. Again, I like the stuff on the trip, especially like the road trip with Tsukasa and Inori. I thought was brilliant. Just kind of working out some things here, some technical stuff, setting us up for this novice kind of championship we got coming up. As I just said there, there was quite a lot of setup in these last kind of couple episodes here, wasn't there? So it was good, but again, not going to be like a highlight of the series. This is to make the highlights even more highlighted and stand out even more. So yeah, let's hope that is the case. I'm never going to remember all these girls when this movie comes out, so apologies, but quite a few of the girls competing in the Novice Championship we saw a little bit in this second half here. I really like this woman's design. The fox like yeah, she was really cute. Love the little scenes here with the pigeon girl, who I unexpectedly, like, we didn't see too much of her in the first season from what I remember. From the opening visuals and some of the previews, I thought we were going to see quite a bit more of her in that initial season. So it's nice we're getting some bits of her in this episode, because she is absolutely adorable. The little pigeon girl. Shame we didn't see much of the cat girl, who I really liked from the first season. I'm not sure we saw her at all this season, actually, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I like those two a lot, so hopefully we might see those two again in the future. But yeah, pretty good little finale episode leading into the movie, which I assume is just going to be this fucking update thing coming up every 20 seconds. I need to find out how to get rid of that. But yeah, I imagine it's going to be the whole of this event, so it's going to be a action heavy movie, that's for sure. I did actually want to go back to the credits here. We've got some. I don't think I'll be able to read the names, but yeah, got some of the mocap performers here if you guys wanted to check out some of the routines. I'm assuming for the whole season, but maybe this was just for this episode, which is really cool. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought of the season overall in the comments as well. As I said, I don't feel like being 9 episodes helped this season whatsoever, but pretty damn good for what it was, to be honest with you. Pretty good follow-up. I think, as I said in the first episode, and as I've managed to avoid quite well, if I do say so myself, just the biggest disappointment is the subtitles again. Hopefully for the movie there's some like fan subs or some better official subs. Surely being a theatrical movie, they'd work a bit more on their subtitles, you'd think. So hopefully that's the case. And as I said with season 1, going into season 2, that is my biggest wish for season 3 when that comes out. Hopefully we can either change where we're releasing these episodes, or we can make some acceptable subtitles. One last rant before the season's over on that. But again, let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Thank you guys very much for watching, and have a good rest of your day, guys.